Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're diving into COD Mobile's DMZ. Now, I actually downloaded this earlier. So the gameplay that you're going to see in the background is actually going to be from me playing, not somebody else's gameplay, but mine. So what I want to do in this video is I want to talk about, just DMZ, how it is at the moment. I know it's only early stages, but there's a lot of things that people may want to know and what they actually expect the game to be like. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. Here we go, guys. DMZ Recon. So, like I said, this is gameplay by me. As you can see, yee! There are a few things in this game that I think could benefit by changing. Now, I'm not saying that, the game mode is bad, or I'm not trying to be negative about this game, about COD Mobile, and I'm not trying to say like Warzone Mobile is the superior game. I'm not trying to start any conflict about the games. If this game mode was on Warzone Mobile, I guarantee that it would have been twice as fun, twice as fluent than it is on actual COD Mobile. I want to talk about reloading in this game. So, I don't know if it's just me or you guys feel it as well. Reloading whilst moving, I think is, in my opinion, it's a huge deal. Because when you're in a gunfight with someone and you need to reload, you want to be able to run whilst you're reloading, or even slide whilst you're reloading. Now, before your jumping comment section saying use gung ho, you can't use perks within DMZ. But once again, reloading whilst getting like to cover and that, you see, like I'm moving, I'm walking, but I'm not able to sprint. Not even sprint. Run. You should be able to run or even slide whilst you're reloading. You can do it in Warzone Mobile. You can slide whilst you're reloading. You can run whilst you're reloading. And it just makes the game so fluent. You're just on the go, like, constantly. Now, the nice thing about this is, the plating system in this game actually feels and it sounds just like Warzone Mobile. Now, I did actually notice a thing whilst I was plating up, that it feels like you move just that little bit faster whilst you're plating. It could just be me, but it felt like I was moving a bit quicker plating. Now, as you've just seen then, the safes. There are a few safes with different types of like combinations. So that one was like a 2-finger combination. There are like a 3-finger combination ones. They're not very difficult to do, but you definitely want someone to be watching your back whilst you're trying to crack them open. Let's talk about looting system in this game. I actually quite like the looting system. You can, when you open like a pack or like a bag, or you're searching briefcases, anything like that, you have the option to tap the item and you can press pick up. But you can also just double tap that item and it'll just instantly whap it in your backpack. See, there was other things as well that I didn't actually realise in this game. Now, so this building, for instance, as you can see, it's got padlocks on the doors. Now, I didn't know. I actually thought maybe you need a key card for it. But no, you don't. You can actually just shoot the doors. And it'll literally break the doors, which I didn't know. Now, parachuting. As you can see, I've just parachuted off the building. First of all, sounds exactly like Warzone Mobile with the parachuting. 2, the exact same animation as Warzone Mobile. But, in my opinion, Warzone Mobile does it better. For one simple reason. In COD Mobile, when you parachute, it seems like you parachute from a building and you just go straight fucking down. Within Warzone Mobile, you jump and parachute off a building. You're gonna go like that to the ground. I want to just recap back to plating system. Now, like I said, it feels like Warzone Mobile's, kind of. It definitely sounds like Warzone Mobile's. But one thing that gets me, and I don't understand why they've done it, is when you play it up, for some reason it gives you the timer animation of plating. Like, just get rid of it. We don't need it. Nobody needs to know how long it is taking to rather reload or plate up. You don't need to know that. Nobody looks at it and thinks, I've got 3 seconds before my plate is put into my vest, when you can physically see your guy putting it into his vest. But this was interesting. I didn't know. When I was drilling this safe, the drill actually cuts off and you have to keep going back to the drill to restart the drill. So just keep that in mind for when you actually see them drills. Also, when you are drilling, there is going to be a shit ton of enemies that are coming to that building. This game relies on cash. You need a lot of cash. You need money to buy your vests. If you want a top tier vest, you need ammunition, sort of grenades, basically everything, weapons, the lot. There are like a lot of things that I think definitely need changing, but so far, I think they've actually done a really good job. There are different contracts within the game, which I actually enjoy because it actually gave me something to do. You know, it weren't just like a... Once again, like, you know, if you look at it from DMZ to the BR side of this game, I think the BR is just, it's not there, you know. There's nothing to do on it. Unlike DMZ, you've got bounty contracts, you've got get intel contracts. There is actually like quite a few different contracts to actually do in this game. To my way up to this, where the contract is. Took out a few AIs, you know, nothing crazy, but I mean, I really like the animation of the plating system in this. I really do. But overall, final like thoughts about DMZ is, are people gonna like it? I think a lot of you guys are actually going to seriously enjoy this game, because not only will you be able to play normal DMZ, but they're actually adding a ranked mode to DMZ. Now, I don't need any confirmation about this because I've actually seen it within the test server itself. So, it is definitely confirmed. Ranked DMZ will be coming. This is the other question. Will Warzone Mobile players come over to DMZ? Now, see, this is a hard one because if you've ever played Warzone Mobile, you'll know, coming from that game which feels so fluent. I mean, there's no other mobile game at the minute that feels the way Warzone Mobile does. I get it wasn't optimized for all devices and that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the animations, the weapon, you know, the gameplay of the weapons. Because I'm a Warzone Mobile player myself. It's very hard when you've got such a fluent game, and then you come over to COD Mobile and you feel the animations and, you know, the fluidity of this game, and you realise that this game is so far behind. And they may come over and try them, you know, the DMZ and that, but would they switch full time to play DMZ? Probably not. This game just doesn't. It's nowhere near as good as what Warzone Mobile is. I promise you now. And for anyone that is a COD Mobile fan, if you've never gone over to Warzone Mobile and tried the movement and the animations within that game, you'll have no idea what we are talking about when we say COD Mobile feels sluggish. It feels very outdated. Like I say, this is still early test play, and a lot of things could actually improve. Let's look at all the negatives that actually need to improve. Parachuting. So, like, as you can see now, look, I'm going down instead of going forward. You know what I mean? Like, I should have been able to get down to the city there from that height, without a doubt. Now, second of all, reloading whilst running. Call of Duty need to make this because the game is not fluent as it is. Adding this to the game will actually give give you just that bit of fluidity. Third and foremost, tactical sprint in this game. It's still missing it. Call of Duty, it's time to give, the Call of Duty mobile community tactical sprint without having to pay for it. Because even though you're buying mythic weapons, you're not actually getting tactical sprint, getting the animation of tactical sprint. But I've actually tested it within games in the past. Mythic weapon, running side by side a friend of mine, using a normal weapon. And we was both running at the same speed. So if you think you've actually, you're running quicker with a mythic weapon, I promise you, no, you're not. But apart from that, I think they're doing an absolute amazing job. And if there's another update for this, we will definitely jump in. Now, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe for more content, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.